Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more BioInc Redemption with the Death Campaign. I spent a little bit of time getting some of the earlier levels done on the higher difficulty, and now we can move on to the Slaughterhouse, which I imagine is going to be a little on the difficult side. Perfect lifestyle. The victim has impeccable lifestyle habits. I can imagine this is actually going to be a pretty tricky scenario. We'll go ahead and switch back over to the female. You know, I will stick on severe difficulty for funsies. So if I'm understanding correctly, perfect lifestyle, so this person's probably going to have a lot of the lifestyle boosters as opposed to the risk factors, which means all the different subsystems will probably be regenerating constantly. So spreading the diseases out and trying to go unnoticed without going to the doctor probably is not going to be a viable strategy. Instead, we're probably going to want to focus on one thing at a time and burn it down. If that's the case, then we're probably going to go to the emergency room pretty early on, so I guess we can go for the emergency booster. Now that I'm level 7, I can actually get a couple more traits if I go for something affordable. Let's see. If I go to environment, quick collapse sounds pretty good, and 2 more points. We could confuse the doctors. We can make all diseases more potent. That's pretty tempting. Risk factors being better could also be really solid. What's better then? 15% stronger risk factors. Now, if the thing increases it by, it makes it more vulnerable by, you know, 10 or 15%, that really only gives me like 1.5% extra boost, whereas the 10% extra boost to all diseases might be better. At least that's what I'm wondering. Alternatively, well, we can't afford something like long strikes, which would be quite good. Slow treatments, no. I think we're going to go for the diseases boost and see how well that works, although I imagine we are going to be going for the risk factors a lot to try and offset the perfect lifestyle. And on top of that, I really think that I'm underestimating the value of, oh, hang on. Recovery elements and countryside are pre-activated. Use them wisely, sorry. So you're saying, okay, interesting. So our patient is very unlikely to go to the doctor and lives far away from the hospital. And as a result, they're living incredibly healthily because they don't want to go to a doctor. Got it. Yeah, anyway, I think I'm not using my risk factors correctly. I think I need to use those a lot more aggressively. The reason being, some of them give you some pretty nice discounts in the different subsystems and the different diseases and symptoms that you can unlock, which I think is very, very useful. So overall, the risk factor pays for itself, and it makes the systems more vulnerable. That could be pretty good. At least I think it could. Yeah, we might do. I missed the green. We might do more of the risk factors this particular run, and then go. I almost lost that one. Go for the risk factors, and then move on into the symptoms. Can't believe I just missed a couple of those points there. That's very amateur of me. We need to buckle down and actually focus a bit more. Come on. What is wrong with me here? Risk factors. Malnutrition's quite good. Digestive and renal systems both become a bit cheaper. Sedentary's pretty good. It could lead to a junk food addict as well. I think we're going to go for malnutrition. That leads to dehydration, which makes the renal system, combined with all of these, very cheap. Reduces the cost by 3 across the board, which I have to think is pretty darn good. So we're going to go ahead and take our incredibly healthy woman with a perfect lifestyle, and she's going to start eating bad foods and not get her vitamins. Yes. That's not a perfect lifestyle anymore. And then we can dehydrate her, which is somehow going to work directly against the 3 bottles of water she's drinking per day. But whatever. No one's going to question that. We need 14 points for dehydration. Ouch. That's fine, though. I'm not in a huge rush, because this patient isn't very likely to go to the doctor at all, even for an annual checkup. So, I'm hopeful that this will give me enough time to get plenty of risk factors so we can make things cheap and more effective. And then all of a sudden, rush off to the emergency room, at which point I'll start getting extra points so that we have enough gas to hopefully outrace the doctor. Hopefully. I imagine this would be a heck of a lot easier if I had some more experience and more levels so I could get even more boosters, but as things currently stand, I cannot. Alright, there we go. Renal system is cheap and especially vulnerable. That might be our first target. Probably will be, in fact. We probably will want to focus on systems that don't have a lot of lifestyle boosts. Skeletal, for example, might make some sense. If we went for something hereditary, we could try focusing on the immune system as well. Yeah, renal, skeletal, and immune system might be the best way to pursue this scenario. Not too sure. Not too sure. I'm not really sure, by the way, how exactly I'm going to organize this series, whether it's just like a 1, 2, 3 kind of parter thing, or if I'm going to be having to do videos based on the individual scenarios, kind of like I would for something like Plague Inc. The thing is, if I'm going to do that, then I wish I was playing on lethal difficulty so that I could, you know, brag about it a little bit. Darn it. Well. What we could have done about that one. Obviously, by the time you've seen this, though, you know exactly what I'm going to do. So we could go for hereditary for the circular muscular. I like the idea of going for overweight for a cheaper... Actually, sedentary could be good. That's nervous system reduction, respiratory, and circulatory. 60 years old. Skeletal reduction in cost could be really useful. We had just been talking about doing that. Could also go for unlucky to get some random diseases, or nymphomania, of course, which is always fun. I actually don't exactly know what it does, to be honest. I've tried looking it up, and it's not super-duper clear. Yes, they get an STD, and certain systems turn purple for a bit. What does that mean, though? Because it's temporary. I don't know if it's supposed to temporarily reduce the cost of things or make them more effective or just permanently do some damage. I don't know. I'm not especially sure. All right, can we afford to go for the over 60 years old? Answer is yes, we can. All right, so we spontaneously made our patient get older. I'm not sure how we have that kind of godlike power, but we do. All right, so the renal system, the skeletal system are all looking pretty good. We can probably go ahead and get started on the renal system at least a little bit. It's as cheap as we're ever going to get. Urinary incontinence is super cheap. I'm not necessarily eager to go for kidney cysts yet, though, just because those are some more severe symptoms, more likely to go to the doctor. This is something they may not actually go to the doctor over. So we want something relatively easy. We could head toward lupus. If I went for something like photosensitivity, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Is there anything I can get that will give me cheaper immune systems? Not from hereditary. None from any of those. There might be somewhere, but I'm not sure what it is. I do think going for lupus is a pretty strong start, because it also unlocks more renal system stuff. If we look down here, actually. Lupus nephritis, you have to have lupus first, but this is pretty darn potent. So if we really want to shut down that renal system rapidly, I think going for lupus first, which has photosensitivity, which is not very severe, so less likely to go to the doctor, then go for the lupus, and then go for that could be pretty good. That said, maybe one or two more risk factors first. We could go for sedentary, which I think is fine. Nice reductions that are going to make it cost-effective eventually. And we're just kind of sitting here and waiting right now, actually. 100 days, and nothing's really happened. We're just kind of slowly chipping away at the lifestyle of this patient. This perfect patient. Ugh. You make me sick. Actually, I make you sick. Never mind. What am I talking about? All right, 7 points. Come on. I need more. If we rush you to the emergency room, we'd be really working against the clock, but, well, you'll get me more points. Be faster. What do we need for upgrades, by the way? Immune system less than 80%. That could be pretty good. Let's go ahead and start working on the photosensitivity. This will lead to lupus. 17 points. Fever and fatigue. It's never lupus. I actually got an achievement for that. It's never lupus. That is a reference, of course, to Dr. Gregory House from the show House. It's never lupus. Ongoing joke. Until eventually one time it was. I finally got my lupus case. Alright, risk factors. We could go for overweight, which is pretty good. Make the immune system more susceptible? Yes. I do like junk food addict quite a bit. That takes 13 points. Do we want junk food addict? Probably. Junk food addict is really quite good. And we're only 2 points away from that. Alright. Notice, by the way, that all these subsystems are staying pretty healthy. Because of the lifestyle. So all the damage that we might be doing are getting negated. If there's anything I'm learning here from BioInc, it's that, indeed, I should be taking better care of my body. Can offset the damage done by all manner of different diseases. And horrible, horrible things. Alright, I missed that green one. We're going to start heading toward lupus now, I think. It's time to start ramping this up. I want to shut down that immune system, then start working on the renal system pretty aggressively. I think that that is going to be worth it. Now, the big downside is, if we're not careful, the doctors might start curing lupus a little bit quicker than I am willing to accept. If that happens, that's unfortunate. Because I really want lupus. So, we might go for the nurse's strike and the doctor's strike. Try and set that off. Oh, it's annual routine checkup time. Okay, we're out of time here. Definitely time to start working on some diseases before it gets much worse. What was I saying? I lost track of it. Oh well. We're like 10 minutes in and we haven't even done anything to this patient. Aren't you lucky? It's fortunate for you that it takes a long time to accrue bio points. 160 days. Oy vey. Come on. For the sake of the content. You have to go faster than this, Jane Doe. Eat more junk food. I hear it's delicious. And of course, now that they're going to the doctor, they're getting some gradual recovery process, which is Progress, I mean to say, which is always a problem. Now overweight. Hey, we got something for free. Awesome. I'll take that. Yes. Now let us go for the lupus. Lupus. Hello, lupus. You got a fever and fatigue. And that unlocks lupus nephritis, which costs 13 points and should start shutting down that renal system real aggressively. Hey, why are you eating a healthier diet? No, you're supposed to be eating the junk food. Here's the fun thing. She's eating a healthier diet, but this does not negate the malnutrition or the junk food addict that we had earlier. It's just on top of everything. I find that kind of amusing. You'd think that they would cancel each other out at some point, but no. No, they do not. Lupus is indeed overcoming the good night's sleep that she is currently enjoying. So that's nice. Again, though, really want lupus nephritis. Come on. 6 points right now, need 13. 13 points. And once the renal system starts shutting down, she'll go to the emergency room, and then we're going to really kick things into high gear, and that's when I'm going to get some extra bio points that I should be able to use. 10 points. Come on, 3 more. 3 more. Circulatory system has a lot of vulnerability, but may not really be worth it here. Here's the thing. No smoking, but then we can make the person smoke. Surgical... Oh, okay. Exploratory surgery, bladder diary. They're trying to cure the urinary incontinence, but there we go. We have this. Let's go for the lupus nephritis. Boom. Achievement unlocked. Sweet. Not really sure how I got that. Well, I know I got it. I got the thing, but oh well. So they're going to start working on that urinary incontinence pretty quick, which means if I want to continue making progress in the renal system, then I am definitely going to need to get the, what is it, kidney stones? Which one is it down here? Urinary tract infection. Let's go ahead and pick that up next. Okay. Don't want them making progress on that. Please don't cure the lupus. Please do not cure the lupus. Urinary incontinence. That is... Ah, I missed a green one. That is one of the weakest symptoms I have, so I'm okay with you getting rid of that. Renal system going down. Immune system's looking pretty static. Actually, it's improving, amazingly enough. Photosensitivity is being treated. Caught a bad flu. Lucky me. We could actually stack that up with unlucky. You know? Try to go for some extra random diseases. Not the worst of ideas. Instead, though, we're going to go for the kidney cysts. There we go. Really working down that renal system. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. Ah, green one. Not going to lose you this time. What else can we get in the renal system? I keep going to risk factors thinking that's symptoms like it is in Plague Inc. It's not how it works in this game. Kidney stones. 8 points. Yeah, we could probably go for that. I mean, I just want to focus everything I've got in the renal system, don't I? We're just going to do one system at a time. We're not going to spread things out. We're just going to treat one system at a time unless a system is about to be cured and we're going to get locked out from something. Oh, lupus. Differential diagnosis. Did someone just say it's never lupus? I think they did, actually. Again, Dr. House references. It's kind of funny. The developers of this game apparently do enjoy House MD. Can't say that I blame them. It is a pretty good show. But even so. Well, if we lose the lupus, that's going to make it... Oh, come on. It's going to make it a little bit harder to finish down that immune system. I would hate to lose lupus, but it's about to happen. Can't believe I missed that green one. Always focus the highest priority item no matter what. Always. Because they go away faster. The one-pointers stick around for a pretty reasonable amount of time. Alright, what else can we do to your renal system? We could go for the kidney failure, which is not too bad. Kidney infection sounds nice and all, but let's go for the kidney failure. Okay, kidneys are failing. Still not in the emergency room, so I don't think she's going to be able to get a kidney transplant. Lupus is indeed getting cured, which we knew was about to happen, so oh well. Fortunately, it looks like it takes a long time. I could try to slow it down, but I'm not sure it matters. I think we could just accept that the immune system is more or less a lost cause. Nice as it would have been. We can focus on the skeletal system or something instead. Oh, there we go to the emergency room. Awesome. Extra points for me. Cool. So the renal system is definitely doomed. Let's go to the skeletal system and get arthritis and rickets. We're going to start working down the skeletal system next. Okay, bones are super duper weak. Renal system is going to go down before the doctor can do anything else. Hopefully the extra points is going to be everything that I need in order to carry this to victory. 7 points now. What else should we get for the skeletal system? We could go for osteoporosis, which costs 12. I don't think that's a bad idea. All the systems should start taking some damage, and they're going to have a hard time being overcome by the healthy lifestyle now that the renal system is down. Okay, let's grab these. Trying to lose weight, are you? Okay. I mean, you're looking pretty good considering the fact that you're supposed to be overweight. Let's go ahead and grab the osteoporosis for 12. That unlocks frequent bone fracture and Paget's disease. 14 points. All those could be pretty good. That skeletal system should start taking a lot of damage pretty quick, though. I hope. Okay, I'll just go ahead and accept that we're going to lose that 1 point. I wanted to make sure that we get the green, no matter what. Yeah. 29% recovery already. Yeah, this is going to be a little tough. Lupus has indeed been cured, which I'm not thrilled about. More flu viruses than usual and stuff? Okay. Let's focus down some more. Now, do I want Paget's disease, or do I want frequent bone fracture? Let's go ahead and grab Paget's disease, and then we'll work on frequent bone fracture after that. Okay. Now, here's something weird. The renal system has already failed, and the Doctor AI is still working on that renal system. I don't see that as very advisable, but it does anyway. Upgrade. Harvest power. Sure, we'll pick that up. We could also go for... Yeah, you know what? I think we'll go for the extra 3 every 15 days. And then more resources? Very tempting. Is that worth it at this stage? 30% recovery. Yeah, could be. Blood calcium tests. I don't think that they're going to be able to cure the structural damage I'm doing to the skeleton yet. So I think we have a little bit of time. Let's go ahead and grab the extra 1 per resource. Now I should be able to start ramping up a load of bio points. Rickets is being cured. Actually, rickets is a problem because that will block off the frequent bone fracture, won't it? Oh, crap. I didn't think about that part. Okay. Then, yes, we need points now, please. Get some more. A little bit more. Kidney stones is being cured. Again, doesn't matter. Your renal system's already shut down. Come on, a few more points, please, so I can get the next level so I don't get blocked out. Come on. Come on. Come on. Thank you, circulatory system. Good news is we're getting 3 points for every one of these, which is pretty awesome. All right, so let's go for the frequent bone fracture. This would lead to bone death for 20 points. Only a little bit of joint pain? You'd think that bone death would be a little bit more severe than that. I guess not, though. So the skeletal system's taking a fair chunk of damage. It's down to almost 30%. I think we will have to go for bone death to try and take it the rest of the way now that we've lost rickets. Well, I mean, skeletal system is kind of losing its own... Yeah, maybe we can get away with it. What else do they focus on, though? The muscular system? We have a lot of risk factors in the muscular system. We could probably do that. Let's go for potassium deficiency, necrotizing fasciitis, and chronic muscle cramp. There we go. Start making some serious progress there. I think we're going to be able to beat down the skeletal system before the doctor can do anything. So I'm not going to worry about spending points there. Think we're okay. Let's worry about the muscular system. Oop, grab you. Grab you. Grab both of you. Thank you. Okay, what else can we do with the muscular system? We could go for fibromyalgia, which is pretty good. If we had unlucky and hereditary, we could go for muscular dystrophy. Couple more risk factors. We're going to go ahead and pick up unlucky. Sure. Hereditary would cost 7 points. Maybe we will get lucky and we'll get something for free that helps shut her down a little bit faster. Good news is, though, I mean, we really are getting a lot of bio points. Like, this is no longer a problem. This +1 stacked up with the emergency room actually seems to be a pretty viable strategy. Works well. Works very well, in fact. Kidney transplant. You revamped the renal system? How dare you? That's not allowed, is it? All right, risk factors. Let's go for hereditary. And under diseases, we will indeed pick up the muscular dystrophy. Okay, so the muscle system should die out pretty quick. Skeletal has fallen apart. Bone x-rays. I mean, can you transplant a skeleton? Because if not, I don't know how that's going to help you much. Hopefully not at all. Hopefully. Potassium deficiency. Yeah, you're trying to work on the muscles for all the good that's going to do you. What should we work on next? We could go for circulatory, but there's a lot of things working against me there. I think that leaves digestive. We can go for digestive. Yes, I think that might be worth it. We're going to go for gastroenteritis, type 1 diabetes, constipation, hemorrhoids, and irritable bowel. Okay, all of those should work pretty well. I think both the renal system and muscular system should fall apart about the same time. Arthritis, again, doesn't help you. You already have the muscular system... Sorry, skeletal system failing. Okay. Digestive, what else should we work on? We can go ahead and give you a salmonella infection. And Crohn's disease at 8 points would be pretty easy to get. Okay. 26% health, 69% cured. That's the thing. Even if this stuff doesn't actually improve the patient in any way, they are still getting bonuses to cures. Not much, though. The immune system, surprisingly, is apparently vulnerable. I should have worked on that instead. Let's go for insomnia. I think we might be able to stack that up. We can make that work. I wonder if... No. It'd be interesting if there were bonuses for, like, adjacent subsystems here on the left failing, making the stuff next to them fail faster. Because it looks like immune system and nervous system are falling at different rates, even though I have very little actually invested in that. But I don't think that's the way that it works. Immunodeficiency would be pretty good. We actually do have hereditary already, so we can pick that up. Boom. All right, and she's dead. Boom, we win. All right, that was easy enough. 3 skulls for me, 323 bio points, 419 days. Took a while, 72% secure progress, and not a great score, but we were able to beat the perfect lifestyle. Not bad. I could certainly revisit this once I have like level 20 in the game and all of the XP points unlocked. But now we have deadline. Terminate a victim in less than 300 days. That's actually pretty rough. Ooh, that's really rough. We usually take a little under a year. Well, either way, I think that's enough for our death campaign for this week. Next week, we're going to go to the life campaign and do a few missions there. If this is a game that you guys are interested in, then be sure you're letting me know down in the comment section. Otherwise, once we're done with some life campaign, we can jump back to Plague Inc. Kind of up to you guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.